Right, okay, it's time for Guess the Conspiracy.
Is this a competition?
So, this is the part of the show where normally Kat's the co-presenter. We come up with some fake conspiracies, 2 fake conspiracies, and I put in with that one real conspiracy in that it's one that people actually believe. And your job as a pair tonight is going to be to try and figure out.
Oh, you mean we got to be teammates?
I'm afraid so.
We must.
I'm afraid so.
Surely.
Okay, all right. I'll give you this.
Yeah.
You can compete this one. It's currently 9-6 to Kat's and I, so we lead 9-6. If one of you gets it right, you get a point for the guests.
I see.
So you'll get a point for the guests, but we can play a competition between you as well.
I'm happy to work as a team so long as you adjudicate which one of us was most useful as part of that team.
Okay, fine. If Matt's happy with that, we'll do that.
I could care less.
I still don't get that.
Americans, you suck at that phrase.
I couldn't care less.
Obviously couldn't care less.
I don't get it. I see it all the time in my comments.
It's like I could care less, but like I can't work enough to actually care less.
Right,
That's not the phrase though. Anyway.
We're going to get into a long argument. Right, okay, so 3 conspiracies. 2 of them are completely fabricated by Katz and I. 1 is a real conspiracy theory that people do believe. Your job to pick the one that's real. Okay, number 1. Donald Trump did not actually lose the election. It's a ploy to allow him to run the country from behind the scenes. Number 1.
Okay.
Number 2. Some pizza shops are secret bases of the Freemasons which have hidden logos on the pizza boxes.
Okay.
That's number 2. And number 3. Camels' humps are secretly used by the elite as surrogate birthing vessels to give birth to a new subspecies of human that is faster, stronger, and cleverer.
This is amazing. My first input will be on the Masons. I'm sure Matt has a Trump input, and then we can tackle the camel together if you want, Matt. Do you want to start with Trump?
So Trump didn't lose is absolutely a thing.
Deliberately lost.
The deliberate part of
He
it.
deliberately lost as a ploy to allow him to run the country from behind the scenes. That's the conspiracy theory.
It's believable, but I haven't encountered it in the wild myself.
Okay.
This is the classic don't put down to incompetence. No, hang on. Don't put down to conspiracy what incompetence will explain. That's the phrase,
That
isn't
makes
it?
sense. Yeah.
So it's a way to kind of go, oh, Trump didn't lose. He wasn't incompetent. There was a grand plan. It seems far more likely that he rode a wave of a brand new tactic in the first election. And it was a shock and awe tactic that completely took, firstly, the other Republican candidates by surprise. They were completely unprepared, and he ended up being the front runner and their nominee. And then when he took on the Dems in the main election, they weren't ready for that. They had not evolved a defense against Trump. But in 4 years, they did evolve a bit of a defense, didn't they? And I think that's a much simpler explanation than Trump, who is notoriously attention-seeking, wanted to take a role behind the scenes and secretly control things. I get the feeling that if he was controlling stuff, he would be doing it loudly and deliberately. And I think that's a ubiquitous kind of feeling about him. So I'm leaning towards that's a fake one, Matt.
Right. Well, as I said, the first half of it is definitely true. There was a large group of people who absolutely believe Trump did not lose and will still argue he did not lose, that the election was fraudulently stolen from him. But that kind of invalidates the he did it on purpose bit. And I haven't encountered it in the wild. So I'm tempted to give that one less of a thing.
Okay.
I do feel like, because you've started talking about American politics, I do want to bring up the role of voter suppression in various states as also having played a very big role in both the 2016 result. And honestly, because of the pandemic, we had more voters than we might have expected being allowed to vote because the rules were all changed to allow voting by mail and stuff like that. So just putting it out there.
Yeah. I want to back you up on that, because in the UK, as someone who doesn't fit quite in the window of Caucasian, British, ethnically British person, I had to jump through so many hoops to register to vote. Like I literally, my first thing, it got rejected. I had to inquire why I didn't get registered to vote. Then I had to come in for an interview. I had to sit there and like talk about my history and all that kind of stuff. So I can absolutely, even unintentionally, I can believe that there is voter suppression for certain groups simply because it's harder to get it done. But if we move on to the Masons one,
Pizza box.
Sure.
Yeah.
pizza box is a what? What was that one again, Dan?
Pizza box is a secret. Pizza shops are secret bases of the Freemasons, which have hidden logos on the pizza boxes.
So my dad was a Freemason.
Okay.
And he was actually the master of his lodge.
Oh, mate, the flat earthers are going to lose it with me at this. That I'm associated with someone who's they're gonna love it.
Oh my goodness! Like, so I went to a lot of like Masonic evenings and like socials where they invite people in, and you hear all these theories about like how powerful and the secret Masonic handshake where you stick a hand under your knee and shake hands from behind, clap your hands 3 times, drop a pizza on the floor, etc. And when you see what the club is, like it's the most like harmless middle-aged guys club ever, or it certainly was at the time. I don't think women were allowed in at the time my dad was a master Mason. And it is just basically, it's just a drinking club for middle-aged dudes. But I can absolutely believe that people think there is some hidden secret power to the Masons.
Okay.
But if there is, why was my master Mason dad not allowed to like push me into the top jobs of media? I feel like I've missed out.
Okay. And what about the third one?
The third one is that camels are birthing a subspecies of aliens.
Yep.
Yeah. Camels are shifty. They are proper shifty.
They are.
If you get close to a camel, what do? Do they listen to your inquiries? Do they answer questions about the camel species? No. They spit in your face because they are protecting their alien babies.
Subspecies of human.
To be honest, Matt, I'm on board. I'm on board with that. It's a toss-up between that and the Masons for me.
It's the least believable of the 3, which automatically makes me kind of want to go for it as being a real conspiracy that you could actually research online, which I'm not doing right now while I'm talking, by the way, at all.
That's cheating.
Ooh.
No,
Oh,
I
dear.
would never do that.
Okay, good.
To be fair, Dan, he said he wasn't doing that.
Yeah,
so.
true. I completely believe him. Right, 1, 2, or 3. What are you going for? What's the real conspiracy theory that people believe?
So, Matt, I'm happy for you to be team captain, but my vote is the pizza and the Masons because people accredit Masons to a bunch of stuff.
And here's the thing. I will share this. Here in the United States, there was a specific rumor about a specific pizza shop that they were trafficking in stolen children.
Okay. Yeah. Is this the
And
Pizzagate
it was
scandal?
so real that someone showed up with a gun
I heard about
demanding
this.
to be let into the basement to free the children, at which point they discovered that the pizza shop had no basement.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And also, you have to consider that as the son of ex, lodge master of a Masonic sect or whatever, I am probably in on the conspiracy. So you can't trust anything I say, Matt.
That's true. But of the 3, I would guess I would be with you on the pizza box.
Right.
You're going for number 2.
I mean, the Trump thing is so close, but I really don't see Trump would never lose on purpose. That's why I can't believe it ultimately.
Okay.
Well, we're going pizza.
You're going the pizza. Okay, here we go. This is close. Ready? Hey!
Brilliant. Oh, well done, us. Well done, guests.
Well done, guy. That's correct. You pulled it back. It's 9-7. So yeah, well done. There was in fact there are people that believe that pizza shops are Freemason bases, which have hidden logos on pizza boxes. The Donald Trump one was Katz made that one up, and I came up with the Camel's Humps one.
They're good. They're both really good.
Oh yeah.
We've been doing it too long now. We tripped, but we were like 8-4 ahead, and now it's 9-7. So we're starting to get caught out a little bit. So we need to think of some.
May just be the
ones.
quality of the guest.
You're right.
That
It
out.
could absolutely.
We
I mean,
are fantastic.
Professor Jim Al-Khalili got it wrong, and
how dwarfed when you said please come on the show and talk about Red Dwarf, and I was looking at your guest list and it was like Fraser Kane, and oh my goodness, I was like, no, we do not belong here. But I'm glad we at least.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
One game.